throw one guy from there to there. Let's get more influence points. We're gonna need a lot of those. I'm just gonna pacify everything everywhere. Can you stack units in one hex? Yes, you can. You actually do make armies. At the moment, I only have these really small armies that are about to die. There we go. The preacher died. The angry Rumbler army got us. And we got the research done, so let's get the next one. So we are 5 out of 9 to unlock the next era. Mercenaries. Let's get the mercenaries. So this is my current army. There's only one unit in there. You can have more, like you can see 1 out of 4. And you can actually increase this amount later on as well. And you can assign a hero. And this is the army you use and these units to fight other armies. But if you have a, say there was a enemy army like right here, and I was attacking with this army. But if I had another army somewhere close by, like say here, there is this reinforcement system in the game where after several turns or certain conditions, this army would send units into the battle. There's like these flags in the battle area where they spawn. I think in a random order probably, but they will help your other army. So you can just have a bunch of armies stand next to each other and get the main army fighting and then the bonus guys. So let me take a look if we can actually convert these guys. We can. It actually goes up. Ah. So I need to wait a couple turns to get these guys. Actually, that in mind, we're gonna go get this village. There is geothermal pit right there. I'll show you the combat a bit more instead of just running away from the Rumblers. The combat is actually pretty cool. You fight on this map. So say I was fighting someone was sieging. This guy is actually trying to kill me. I'm gonna retreat again. So this guy, these 2 birds that just attacked my guy. I'm actually gonna move the guy into my... Oh, I cannot actually go through there. Great. Well, keep running. So if I fought with this guy in this area, part of this area would open as a battlefield, and they will actually fight in this terrain, and the army will split in. Say if you have 4 units in here, they would one would go here and one there and there or in there, something like that. So they will spread your army around this area, and this terrain will actually affect how the combat goes. For example, you can see these cliffs in here. As you can see, I cannot move through the cliffs, so you need a flyer unit to actually just go up there. And this is a really good defensive position for me. Just put some archers in there, and they have to go around and get shot while they run, or just use flyers and get in there. Thankfully, these guys are actually my friends, except this roaming army. So I'll probably lose my last army unit as well. I think we're gonna actually make some army soon. Because we need units just to... Yeah, they're gonna kill this army as well. If we cannot get away from them. Actually, we're gonna go and pacify this. Let's convert this into our village before these guys die. So we got a Arpuja unit from the conversion. Fast, flying, circular attack, ranged slayers. Didn't we get the Seratan as well? Oh, I left it here. There's the Drider unit. I should actually move the Drider away. So let's make a Drider army, and we'll send the Driders up there. Infantry Cantina. What a funny name. Yeah, the developers are French, so maybe their English is not the best as well. There is actually this edge fully around here as well. This is a really good spot to hang around. I'm gonna actually make a new army out of these guys as well, and join with those guys. So now we have 2 units in an army together, plus the villages now unprotected. Hopefully those guys don't attack those. Next unit in 15 turns. So this is the special ability of this race as well. These make you free units, which is pretty nice, because you cannot just push out massive armies with million cities, since you can only have the one. So you get free ones from these. And this was pretty nice food bonus. 9, 10, 15, 17 food just by converting these, plus 4 dust, science, and a bit of production, just by talking to those guys. Really good. I need to convert those guys as well, and these other ones as well. So this city will... oh, that is a lot of food. I think we're gonna push more people in there, so we can convert everything even quicker, because the conversion is amazing. I guess influence points is the thing about this race. Different races focus a bit differently on these. Like Broken Lords don't even have this food bar at all. They cannot make food, and they just put everything in the... They actually don't need production as well. At least when I played. These 2 bars are totally useless for them. You just get everyone into dust making, and instead of using production to make things, you just buy them with money. Hopefully those guys don't wanna fight me. Quest complete, Uncertain Beginnings. So that was the main faction quest that we needed. They did attack actually, as you can see from there. So we got 15 spices. This gives food production on the city and happiness for a 10 cost for 10 turns. I may actually just use this to get more food production immediately. Grow quicker. You have work to do to bring these savages into purpose of the cult. While you train the recruits, you must continue to swell their ranks, go forth and convert more. This worthy one heals quickly, but its mind remains closed. Perhaps these examples will serve to help it understand. So that's main quest done, and this is the second step. The circle expands. They begin to think, this is good, they will come to us willingly in time, for everything must be bent on the will of the cult, or be destroyed. Journal of the Disobedient. I've seen this conversion again. What power do they have that makes others so glad to obey? Once you are converted, you never doubt or hesitate, just follow orders, as if you enjoy it, like dogs wagging tails, eager to please. They will let me leave the pit if I mouth the words and obey the orders. I'll do it, if only to find a way to save my people. As long as I still control my thoughts, I will fight for the future and safety of my tribe. No cult or army will change that. And never one full of such strangeness dedicated to an insane cause. But I am no fool. I see the power, and the power seduces. But what do they want to do with it? Destroy, save, rule? One day I will know, and until then I'll watch and wait. So we need to assimilate a minor faction next for 15 dice, which gives more influence actually on a city. This is, you can actually see there, 50% influence on a city and 5 happiness on the city. So next step, they are still gonna fight me. It's pointless to fight these guys. I'm just gonna keep retreating. Those guys are in the way. I'm gonna try fleeing to the other region. Hopefully they don't follow me across the regions. There is actually another army there. Delveras, maybe. Are this? Yes, they are Delveras. We're gonna need armies. Reaper indoctrinations. Yes, pretty much Hitchell, I guess. This was I'm playing the cultist faction, and this was the faction made and voted by the community. So this is made by us, not the developers themselves. People were able to... They did give certain parameters where you needed to choose from. It was going to be a minor faction related race. Well, as we assimilate those guys now, as you can see. But everything was pretty much up to us to give suggestions and vote on them, and this is the end result, which is really nice. We're actually losing a lot of money. We need to get some upkeep. Also, I need to wait a few turns. Let's see. Oh, actually, now I know. Let's use the luxury resource, the food one. There we go. Plus 50 food on the cities. So, boom, there we go. And it shows here. Is this... Why did we get science as well for the... and more money? That's not what you get from this booster. Do these guys have a booster bonus? Guess not. Actually, do these stack? Let's give it a go. Yes. So the booster effects actually do stack. My head is on the way now, but they do stack. So we get 10 extra happiness in the cities, which makes them better. So they are happy. And yeah, there you can see. Plus 15 dust on cities from happy, and 15 science from happy. So that's why we got those. Oh, Empire Plan was the 15 turns, okay. And the money. So we get more food and minus upkeep on the cities. That's really nice now. I didn't even need to change any of the stuff to get the money on the positive, thanks to the booster. So next 10 turns is gonna be happy fun times. Let's take a look at the city. So 105 each turn. Okay. Where do you see how quickly this grows? Click this button to display the list of your trade routes and their effects. Ah. We need to get trade routes going as well. City improvements. That's the money we lose. I'm gonna get this one next. It's actually pretty good. How much is this? 170. I need just a bit of money, actually. I think we are producing enough food. Let's move one guy to money production, so we can immediately buy the mill when sewers are done. Shit, the rumblers are here as well. I need units. That's something I'm really missing at the moment. Oh. A siege. Where is the siege? Oh, the rumblers are sieging my city. Great. And everyone is after my birds up here. Fly, my bird, fly! Oh crap. The Delver city is there. They might attack me right from there. Okay, this is not good. There is a enemy. Random army just trying to kill me. Let's get these guys home. And we need our army. Let's get the mill completed. This Strider will help us. Your empire is about to go bankrupt. Okay. Oh yeah, we spend all the money, so that's probably the case. We lose a lot of production thanks to this guy hanging at the gates there. Let's not go bankrupt. This guy needs to die. Dang. Rumbler army. It's really going to bankrupt us and ruin the whole empire. Oh, another rider there. Just gonna go here. And yeah, it goes up. So it's 60 now for the assimilations. So we need to wait one turn. Hopefully they don't attack me. See, we are rider friends. Don't. Cancel that. I'm gonna get preachers and kick the shit out of this guy. So they did actually give up and didn't come after my army. Delusions of grandeur. Progress is not merely in science, but in putting science to practical work. To leave a great legacy for history, assuming that there will be a future. You need to bring your people into a modern era by improving their level of industry. Produce for the industry in one of your cities for 10 turns for 15 influence. That is nice. 40 industry. We're making 20. Thanks to this Rambler. These actually are really fast units. Really good for exploring. Minor faction, Erusis. These beings are large and formidable multi-headed hydra. They have hands with claws capable of manipulating tools, but they tend to fight with their large, fearsome jaws and teeth. A typical viviparos. This fact has caused them to develop villages and social structures. So you get movement by getting these guys. These are really nice as well. I actually like these units. They attack everything around them. So I guess that's the circular attack. They also have a sweep strike back too, which is quite nice. And they have a lot of health and quite high attack and damage. These are a really fun unit. I used these quite a lot in one of my playthroughs, and I'll definitely try to get those again. Please don't attack. Go away, Driders. Actually, if the Driders attack, I can just flee and talk to these guys. Oops. So we got a hero level up. So we got 1 point in this one. We could get fast healer. So the heroes can die, but they will heal. And you can also buy instant heal for the heroes. Will of Silginka. A cultist hero calls upon the face of the unspoken, known as Silginka, to increase the fervor and focus of their troops. So plus 10% attack on the units. That's pretty nice. Will of Achille. Plus 15 science per level. That's also really good. Will of Isiver. Plus defense. Proselytizer. Ooh. That's plus 50% influence on the city. That is pretty damn nice. And there's the tools of the enemy. Money. I'm still gonna just put a 1 point in here until this is level 3. Because that's gonna give me a really nice bonus for everything here. So we are producing money now. One can move to production until these guys bankrupt me. I think the research was done. Yes. So we can get mercenaries now. Let's see. I need. Do we have a river? No, we don't have a river, and we don't have a sea access as well. So that's pretty bad. So this one is totally useless for us. The mint would be nice for money. And the extractor. I'm gonna get the mint next, because we are bankrupting thanks to this annoying guy in there. Well, we are making army next, and I have 60 influence now, so I'm gonna pacify this village. I need my own unit. Mercenaries don't work. Crap. Well, I'm gonna head to the city. So we need actually our main army faction units to convert those. So I definitely need to make some army. Also, I need to get a hero. There's an army of hydras. This unit is really good for exploring. There's chromatic land in there. Well then, I guess we're gonna save points for now. That guy needs to die. Damn Rumbler. The Rumbler is really badly screwing me over. Oh, hello. So the Hydras are attacking my flyer guy. Yeah, I'm gonna retreat. Luckily the Hydras are really slow, so we can just piss off. Great. Gajanzi. The Gajanzi generate energy from... not from food, but from fire. They live in cold, dry, relatively barren areas. Their form is defined by a very dense and resistant skeleton, around which energies of fire and dust coalesce. These are demons, and these are amazing. Ton of life, chain lightning, flying, slow. Well, that doesn't matter. But this is why I like these guys. Plus 5% influence per pacified village on cities. The demons are friends with these guys. I'm gonna get that demon village. Is this one of those? Yes, this is Kashanji village. So this region in here, we need to go and get units from there, these villages, as soon as possible. They are a massive bonus, since we are seems to be focused on the influence. I don't think I'm gonna fight the Rumbler yet. I'm gonna keep this guy in here for one turn until we get this preacher done, and then we'll try to fight with 2 units instead of 1. Actually, I may just throw my hero in there as well. That actually is the accidental desecrator. That's why it's attacking my city. Oh, well, there goes my exploratory army. So this is the roaming army. Battle with roaming army is about to begin. So there is militia, which I haven't seen before, cavalry slayers, and there is a rider and the preacher. So we're gonna do a manual combat, ready to fight. So there we go. So this is the combat, finally, about the game. So it opens you this... we are fighting around my city here. So it opens you this combat area, which is the same area you see on the map here. And there's the cliff I was talking about. So this is a really nicely protected side of my area. These are the flags of the attacking army. So when they get reinforcements, they'll spawn in here. When I get reinforcements, they'll come in here. And you can deploy your units in here as well. This is my hero that was protecting the city, so he'll take a part of the fight as well. He has actually quite a lot of health, and he's actually pretty damn good. He has the last stand as well, comes alive if he's not the last one to die. Infantry Slayer, Plog, health boost, ooh, actually, and influence boost. If Governor, he's a really nice guy. Plus we have the Preacher here. I'm gonna move the Preacher there. So this is the deployment phase of the combat. So you can change where your units are, it doesn't really matter, since we can just attack through there, and there is only 1 unit and nothing else. So deployment done. Ah, sorry, ready. There we go. And then you assign targets. There's our militia and the riders, by the way. So here you can see the units. These guys, Seer, Preachers, and my rider and the militia, and the enemies as well. I'm not sure if this is the turn order or anything. Troll has some nice war paint. Yeah, it's more of an ogre really than a troll. It's a Rumbler. This used to be a really good unit before. I don't know what they do now. They had a sweep attack, which is apparently probably a circular attack now. And instead of that, they have now a stun and a beam. 20% chance to stun the target for 2 turns when attacking. Yeah, that's actually pretty bad. And the beam overrides the default attack only, allows to attack enemies behind the initial target up to 3 tiles. So they do like a beam attack. This used to be actually the Silic or the crystal guy ability, so it was changed as well. Also, you can actually now mouse over and see what they do. Yeah, 2 turns are pretty bad. Are you from Russia or something like that? I'm from next door, Nickmaster. I'm from Finland. So Cocoon stuns a friendly unit and increases its defense by 100% for 1 turn. This unit gains the amount of health equal to caster's damage. So Riders can heal, apparently. And stun your own units, but low damage, minus 60% attack on the unit. Yeah, these are pretty bad. Sweep Strike Back. Overrides the default counter attack. Deals damage to attacker and opponents next to both the units and the attacker. Plus 75. Oh, these are pretty damn defensive units. That is really nice. Imagine having this on a unit that doesn't have a low damage. He would kill everything that attacks it. So I'm gonna control what they do. So you are doing something there. This is the Unleash Potential. Plus 10% attack on unit, defense, also plus 10% everything. So these are actually a support unit, buffing my hero. So there you go, buff my hero. The Militia is a Cavalry Slayer, plus 30% on the Cavalry. Has extra defense from my hero. And the hero has these abilities. The Block, plus 2 defense when attacked. Infantry Slayer, this is an infantry. Health boost, yep. And it has Forest Presence. I don't know what the Forest Presence does. But that looks fine. So these 3 attack that he heals or buffs my guy. The buff effects weren't actually in the game before as well, so they added those recently. Hey lol, it's me, how is it going? Sounds like one-on-one Rumbler would win any day. Yeah, the imagine having like a Rumbler army, only bunch of Rumblers, just beam attacks and stuns everywhere. And they also have a lot of health. It is just silly how much health they have. Actually, they buffed the health of all the units, but still 168 against my 70 something. My hero barely has more, even with the 10% buff. But that's the targeting done, so let's resolve. So the combat is a bit automated. You just choose where to go and move and attack, and they do combat. You can see the face down there and what they do, and after they do a few actions, you get to choose the actions again, what to do next. Oh, the Rider has a ranged attack. So there is 1 round of combat, and we can now do another round of combat. And another Militia spawned. Since we had 2 in being reinforced. So let's continue the combat. This is actually much better than it used to be. And this is so much better. Imagine something like this in the Civilization as well. In Civ you just build massive stacks of armies, or just massive amount of army units and just smash them together. In this one you actually can do some tactics and buffs and all kinds of stuff. Range combat. So we shouldn't actually make too many Preachers, because they are not the best unit on their own. They also increased health of every unit, basically like doubled every unit's health from the version I was playing, because units died really quickly, so there was no really point of tactics, just blast everything and kill them instantly. So now you actually need to do a bit of combat and fight. So there we go.